There's a number of people now who say, what are you doing? The air's okay. I live on the west side of Los Angeles and it's fine. But it's not fine for everybody. It's not fine for those people in Riverside and San Bernardino and on certain occasions in LA and Orange County. Environmental justice is the same exact thing. You have to take care of the people who do not have the power to take care of themselves. You have to represent them in halls that they sometimes are not represented in. Because if you don't do that, you're not really on a life mission that is worthwhile. The people in the senior citizen homes have a role. The everyday worker has a role. And the children definitely have a role. So this is not segmentized by any race or any age or any economic position. This is everybody's endeavor, and you got to get us all involved. Since my first day on the AQMD board, environmental justice has been a personal priority. In 1997, AQMD launched our original 10-point EJ initiative at my request. Our need to ensure that every basin resident is equally protected from air pollution. The phrase environmental justice has grown out of the findings that some ethnic groups and neighborhoods may bear a disproportionate share of environmental hazards from industrial activity. For our board, however, the goal is not to spread the burden of health risks equally across our region, but to reduce the burden for all. This morning I am announcing a new chairman's initiative, the South Coast AQMD Environmental Justice Community Partnership. As part of this initiative, we will invite each and every one of you and other interested individuals to quarterly events, each with a special EJ focus.
The Environmental Justice Community Partnership. And what it is, it's a program
It was really impressive to see how the Chairman's Initiative brought out the community. When we first went into these communities, the goal was to provide them with information and to listen to what their air quality concerns were. We conducted workshops in each of the 4 counties. And during each of these workshops, we provided all of the attendees with maps so they could identify problem areas in their communities related to air quality. And so what we found during these exercises is that number 1, they were identifying problems, but number 2, they were also trying to identify possible solutions. I think that it was fascinating to see the dynamic that developed between participants during the workshops and to see the leadership role that a lot of these individuals took when reporting those air quality concerns to the rest of the room. They felt a sense of ownership and a sense of pride when talking about these issues because it was really an opportunity for them to express not just the concerns that were discussed in that workshop and during that breakout group, but also to give voice to those individuals who weren't able to make it to the workshop, but those who have still been affected by air quality issues. One of the things we wanted to do was recognize community members who have really committed themselves to making a difference in their neighborhoods to environmental justice. Whether it's through organizing or through publications or through holding meetings that educate the community about environmental justice or general environmental issues. We really wanted to take an opportunity to recognize them, to let the community know more about them, to really inspire them and hopefully get them to also participate in environmental issues in the area. At the end of the year, we brought everyone back together at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels in downtown Los Angeles, which brought together almost 300 people to really talk about the different findings we collected throughout the year when it came to the environmental justice issues the communities are facing. It was also a learning opportunity. We really wanted people to learn about what's going on and feel empowered and inspired. We had a number of speakers who discussed their experience ranging from contaminated water in Michigan to the civil rights movement. We had Danny Bakewell as our keynote speaker, who is an outstanding leader in Los Angeles and an extraordinary civil rights activist, because clean air is really about civil rights. The sense I got is that people appreciated being a part of this process and this conference.
Well, I think they appreciate because the disadvantaged, the low income, the resource compromised individuals, sometimes they don't have the great resources that the more advanced communities have. And so when they see people coming in and taking an interest in the community, especially the communities that are living near sources of ambient air pollution, like, say, diesel exhaust, that I think they appreciate the researchers and the policymakers and the community leaders coming in and taking an interest in their long-term health.
Well, I think that for a lot of people, environmental justice is something that's kind of like an extra. It isn't always something that the people naturally tend towards. They understand they want to have clean air, they want to have a clean environment, but they have to be educated. People have to understand that that is a legal right that they have. It isn't just a natural right, but it's something they have to defend. And if they don't go to meetings, if they don't participate, they don't become part of the system, then other people that are polluters and the ones that are responsible for these things are not going to respect the rights of true environmental justice.
I see the first time an opportunity for people to start being responsible and coming to communities and helping communities understand the impact of environmental injustice, and then help communities understand they have a civil right to quality of air, a civil right to have an environment free of pollutants. Thank you, Air Quality, for coming out into the community finally and including us in the plans.